Hi there, Gemini. My name is Ginger. Thanks for joining me for the tarot reading for the consciousness of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of November 2022. I'm glad to be back reading tarot. Glad to have you back with me. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely share with people, family, and friends if you know they like tarot. And I do continue to need likes and subscribes because it's been almost 2 months since I've been here. So I'm trying to pick it up again, and I would really appreciate your help. If you are interested in a tarot reading with me, a private reading, you can go to my website, tarotbyginger.com, and scroll to the bottom of the first page, and you'll see different varieties of readings that I do there, and you can book it right online. You'll get a Zoom link, and we'll meet on Zoom. And I will record the reading if you'd like and email it to you afterwards. So I've had a number of my YouTube viewers get readings that way, and it was a lot of fun. So, and I think very helpful to them too. Okay, let's go with your reading. Gemini for November 2022. I feel lots of family and friends. I kind of feel like you've been working and not working a lot and not able to spend time with friends and family. So I think the holiday season is going to be very busy for you socially, which that's what, Gemini likes that. I like that too. I love the holidays and being with people. So that's what I'm getting. All right, I'm going to start with a card. Pull a card to find out what angel is working with you at this time. These are angels from the deck Angelarium. They're not beautiful Doreen virtue angels, but they all have a purpose. I think they're beautiful myself because I've studied these cards and I have looked at every little square centimeter of these cards, and I think they're all beautiful angels and they all serve a purpose. Don't be frightened by them. I think they're beautiful. Anyway, we're going to ask Spirit and Spirit guides for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, because I know you all have your Spirit guides for the consciousness of Gemini. What does Gemini need to know for their highest good to help them through this upcoming month, which begins tomorrow? Happy Halloween, by the way. And what tools will they need? What will you equip them with? What kind of nudgings will you bring to them? And what should they be on the lookout for? Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, you have Raziel, Angel of Mysteries. I like Raziel. I love Raziel. Okay, Angel of Mysteries. He says she's got the big book of knowledge in his arm. Look at his beautiful wings, huh? And look at the ring behind his head. Beautiful. I love Raziel. Okay. I guess I got to get my keyboard out of the way so I can put your cards down here. So, Raziel, Angel of Mysteries. Let's see what he has for you. Here we go. The Keeper, the Speaker of Truth. All knowledge is pressed within the binding of his book. Raziel stands at the foot of the tree of life and observes all creation. Ever the diligent witness, forever transcribing the whole of creation. The book is passed to Enoch through his journey into the tree of life. There are some things we simply cannot know. Such is the precious narrative of life. We can know the parts of the play, but not the story's end. Secrets and hidden endings keep the performance alight and dancing through the universe. Raziel, wrapped on high, our ever-present observer. We dream and fill Raziel's book of mysteries. Our breath turns its pages. Exhale. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, so each of these angels will bring you signs. So the signs of Raziel, a book, a mask, and codes. So they would be things that would be out of place. You would, your attention would be drawn to them. So a book, a mask, a codes. And look, I have two Day of the Dead masks behind me. So there's some masks. Codes and a book. So if you see any of these things and they seem out of place, that's Raziel letting you know that he or she is nearby. He's going to help you because I know you want to know things. Don't we all? But you have a particularly urgent need to know things. Things about a person. That's what I'm getting. How will it end? Well, I'm kind of channeling here. How will it end? It's not going to end. That's not the right question. Are they the right person for me? That's not the right question either. Interesting. He's talking about handing the book to Enoch, and I have Archangel Metatron here with me now. I think that's who I'm channeling. Anyway, I'm going to pull these cards. Pull one of the Lantern Oracle. Let's see, so I'm going to be using both Oracle and Tarot cards. I'm mixing it up. Okay, we have distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. This is about a relationship. That's what I'm getting. It's about a relationship, and the desire is distorted because you think the unconscious need that's driving it is connection, definitely connection. But there are other motivations involved. So you are conscious of this desire, but you're not conscious of really what this it's a very deep need. And not just anybody can satisfy the desire behind it. So this is what you're going to learn about before the end of the year. Distorted desire. You may feel disappointed. You may have felt disappointed time and time again because you're looking. I feel as though it's a person you're looking for. She's running in a field. You know, I'm not sure who she's looking for or what she's looking for. You know, she could be looking for the divine for all we know. Like, she could just be in deep stress and just looking for help. But I feel that you're looking for a person. And here's the deal. All right, I'm going to keep that part to myself for right now. I'll talk about it later. Okay, I'm going to pull a card from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, which is not really a tarot deck, but that's okay. It's beautiful. Gemini has the Three of Pentacles. I should have known that. Collaborative effort. Collaborative effort. So this is, it kind of looks like Pan. And there's a squirrel with him. And they're burying acorns together. He's probably a fairy of some kind. They're burying the acorns together. That's their collaborative effort. Notice that they're watering it with the fairy's blood. He's got blood coming out of his hand to water, to nurture the acorns as they go in the ground. Interesting. I'm going to look and see what this means. Because you know what? I've never pulled this card before, and I've used this deck a lot in the past. Okay. Keywords: ambition, sowing seeds, groundwork, energy investment. Yeah, he's investing his energy, all right. Sacrifice, fertility, and outcomes. There you go, outcomes. All right. Yep. So it says time to make preparations. A time of restriction or adversity. I think this is pertinent. Increased opportunity. Be sure of your motives and maintain intimacy and connection. I think that you are in a relationship already and you need to just hold off. I feel as though you're going to do something. I'm not sure if you want to leave or make the ultimate commitment to this person, but let's see. It's time to do the necessary groundwork. The outcome can only be equal to the investment you are willing to make in the here and now. Can symbolize a time of sacrifice in the weeks and months ahead. And there may be choices offered that appear as limitations or restrictions. Put aside those feelings of frustration and focus on what the end result will be. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. So, everybody's going through these feelings of restriction. We know what we want. We've been working hard for it. Or at least we think we know what we want, and we've been working hard for it. We've been diligently working. We've been cleaning house. We've been sweeping out. We've been getting to work early and staying late and all that stuff. And I understand that astrologically this probably isn't going to change. We won't reap the rewards of this until I think February or March of 2023. Things change, the planets change, and that will help to open things up for us and reap the rewards. So this makes sense to me. Put in the effort, put in the blood, sweat, and tears, because it will be worth your effort. And the frustration is temporary. It's not going to be long term, okay? It doesn't mean that the relationship is going to be always frustrating. Okay, we have the Death card, yep. So something's got to go for something new to come in. Yeah, that's what. Justice. Oh, I love it. You have justice. Justice. The Justice card comes up to let us know what the consequences of our actions will be. And we, obviously, Gemini, I think you've done very well because this card is balanced and in your favor. You've done very well. You have nothing to pay consequences for. All right, so you will have justice. And then we have the Knight of Cups. He's the knight who is... I call him the last of the red hot lovers, but the Knight of Cups energy, he's not sure how to handle that cup of love. He really is very anxious about it, spilling it over and losing that. He loved the energy of the Knight of Cups loves new love. Doesn't like to work hard for the long term because that's not, he wants to constantly feel that beautiful attraction, the chemistry, the fun, the nice passionate love. But after that, I'm done, I'm out of here. So that's what we have so far. Because I don't know if it's you. I don't feel that it's you, Gemini. I don't feel it's you at all. Because I see Gemini as someone who's able to be very committed and even though, people say that Gemini is jumping from one thing to another. Well, they're not jumping from one lover to another typically. Their job is to learn from all types of people. So they need to be with different types of people, but it doesn't mean that they aren't honorable and loyal. It's important for Gemini to meet and understand new people. That's part of their job because they're in the world to bring people together and help people to see that even though someone's different, it should be embraced. The differences should be embraced because after all, aren't you different from this guy? You know what I mean? Gemini's like, what? That guy's different? What do you think he thinks when he's looking at you, So Gemini's here to bring people together. All right. 5 of Pentacles under the Death card. This is a good thing. All right, I'm just going to keep pulling cards. A King of Pentacles under Justice. I like that. That looks like Gemini. And then you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. King of Pentacles. Look at all that cha-ching. Interesting. You have a King and a Queen after a 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is the illusion of not having and not having what you need. Wearing threadbare clothes out in the middle of a snowstorm, nobody to help you. But the people in the 5 of Pentacles really are not asking for help. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot to change this thing. Here I am showing the cards up at the camera. I apologize. Here's the cards. Oh, that's so funny. Well, here's the cards. I'll show them to you again. But so there's help being offered to them. There are people willing to feed them, to help them get services, to help them any way they can. But they're not asking because it's as though they're being martyrs. Maybe, I don't know. There could be any number of reasons why. There are all kinds of reasons why. Big psychological profile on the 5 of Pentacles. But you have the Death, the 5 of Pentacles. And then Justice and the King of Pentacles. Here's Death. And the 5 of Pentacles is underneath it. So something needs to change, right? With Death, you're in the position of understanding that something needs to change. It hasn't changed yet, but it needs to change. The door has opened. Death has opened the door and said, come this way to a new life. You have Justice with the King of Pentacles underneath it. And then we have the Knight of Cups with the Queen of Swords underneath. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to read these across or in columns, but let me get the last row of cards in here, and we'll see how it goes. This is interesting. I really kind of like all of these energies working together here. So the King of Pentacles is looking at the Queen of Swords, and she's looking at him. So I'm going to say that this is partnership here. This is partnership. Someone is destitute. Someone is destitute in this row. And then you have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And just because they're male and female doesn't mean that it's a male person and a female person. It just means that the energy is masculine and feminine, okay? Could be the King of Pentacles, could be someone you know who's a female, a boss, someone who's a leader, you know, a serious leader. And the Queen of Swords, she's also a leader. She's a manager of, I'm going to say, she is a great communicator. She's the great communicator. That's what I'm going to say. Looks like here she's going to cut somebody's head off. I don't go for that. I don't think the Queen of Swords wants to cut anybody's head off unless the guy came to her and gave her a line of, you know, a story, a big story. And she's like, what, you think I'm going to believe that? Yeah, no. So let me just pull this last row. We have the Three of Cups. You're playing, having fun with your friends, celebrating with friends. Three of Cups under the Death card, and that person who is destitute. Okay. You know, I feel that this person in the Five of Pentacles definitely chooses to be an outsider. I think it's a family member for you or your partner, and they choose to be an outsider because they think it brings them the attention they desire. Yet I have the feeling that now that Gemini, you and your partner are together, both of you are coming to understand that this person, who could be a brother or a sister, or maybe an adult child who is fully capable of having a good life, has chosen maybe to become an addict, alcoholic. Not that you choose those things. It's not like they just happen. It's not like we have a choice. So Raziel, Angel of Mysteries, and Distorted Desire, and put your heart and soul into this effort, this collaborative effort. We have this kid. All right, hold on. We have the Tower, okay. Underneath Justice, the King of Pentacles, and we have the Tower there. And then we have the Hanged Man. See, this is where you have to just wait. All right, let's see. I'm feeling as though that Death card has to do with some idea or concept that you used to have in your head about love. That's what I feel it's about. It hasn't completely left you yet. It's you've recently come to a realization about love, a deeper understanding of it. Here, this Knight of Cups is an example of immature love. So I think this is what's going to go, the immaturity of your expectations of love. And I think that's the justice of this movement from death. Because the Death card is not that you have changed. It's just that the door has opened for it to occur. There will be justice because you will have a more mature, like Queen of Swords or King of Pentacles. These energies are very mature, especially the Queen of Swords. There's this person here who's taking your attention away from your relationship, you and your partner. I kind of feel like it's your partner's person, family member. Yeah. I feel as though, yeah, you know what? Okay, here's what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing with this person, the Five of Pentacles, is that they're going to have their tower moment. And I think that you and your partner have decided that you are not going to enable this person anymore. And then I feel as though you're committing to the relationship, and that's what this celebration is about. Not that you've become engaged or anything, but that the two of you have decided that you have committed to this relationship, that you have an understanding about this person who plays a big part in your partner's life. Could be a child, brother, sister, maybe a father, mother. It could be something like that. But you have made a commitment, and then don't you know, the Five of Pentacles, something happens to take your attention away from the relationship again, because it's a major big deal. Doesn't this always happen with people who are... Anyway, and here you are, the Hanged Man again, just waiting for your partner. Here's the waiting. You need to wait. You just need to wait. And it's worth the wait, because you know what? This distorted desire, here's what I got about this distorted desire as soon as I pulled it. Our unconscious, we have a need to be loved. And it's a very, it's a deep need to be loved. But your unconscious knows that there's certain types of love that only we can give ourselves. Nobody else can give us everything that we need. And there is the type of love that we need to give to ourselves. So when we don't recognize that and we're looking to the other person to give us what we need to give ourselves, that becomes distorted desire. I feel that that's also part of your maturity. Your maturity in the area of love is that you're recognizing, because you're having to spend time alone, you're recognizing that you need to admire yourself. You need to be good to yourself. You need to respect and trust yourself. You need to be loving, kind toward yourself, forgiving, all that stuff. You need to give that to yourself before you can receive it from somebody else. That's what you're learning in this process. Because you also need to learn patience, because this Five of Pentacles person is really putting you both through the ringer. Just when you agree about how you're going to handle this family member and you decide to become committed partners, this tower moment happens. And I feel as though it is that Five of Pentacles person. All right, I'm going to pull. So that is, and so Raziel, he's the angel of mysteries. He's observing all of this. He is there to help support you as you go through this learning process and this maturity process of maturity. He is a very beautiful, powerful angel. And he is there. I love him. He is there to nudge you and guide you in the right direction. He can't force you to do it, because we have free will, but he is here nudging you and guiding you. So if you're feeling nudged, if you're feeling guided, take him up on the offer, okay? All right, Gemini, I kind of like this reading. You're growing, maturing, coming to understand some deep things about yourself. You have a collaboration here, not just with Raziel, but with a partner. And I'm not going to say it's a new partner. I feel like it's somebody who's been around for a little bit. All right. Let's see. And you're, I like the King and Queen because it tells me that you're of the same caliber. Sometimes when we're not mature in the area of love, we choose the wrong people, but it appears that this person is of your caliber. So you're top shelf and this person is top shelf as well. All right, Metatron says, purity and innocence, white. I love it. You got this Justice card here. I just like it a lot, purity and innocence. You know, when we go through processes like Death, Justice, Knight of Cups, it's a purification process. It's a purification process. And you know what innocence is? Innocence is not, innocence is just our nature to begin with, and that's how we are meant to be. That's how we were created, is innocent. There's nothing that we can do on this earth to take that innocence away from us, because that's how God sees us. It doesn't matter what we do. We are the innocent beings of God. And so you're going through a purification process here. And this Hanged Man, wait it out, because once you come off that tree, you're going to have so many downloads of information into your consciousness that it's going to be overwhelming. As you're waiting and feeling frustrated, it's worth the wait, is all I can tell you. It's worth the wait. Okay? Thank you, Gemini. That was a good reading. I hope many of you resonated with it. I really like that reading. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in 2 weeks, because I'm doing monthly and mid-monthly readings, okay? Thank you, and share these videos with your friends. Have a great November. Bye-bye.